welcome to today's broadcast. I'm reading again from 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse number 10 in the KJV version. But by the grace of God, I am what I am, and his grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain. But I labor more abundantly than they all. Yet not I, but the grace of God which was with me. So we saw that grace is an identity. And also that grace must not be received in vain. So if the grace of God must not be received in vain, then you have to labor with the grace of God. And of course, here, Apostle Paul said, not just labor more abundantly than all your equal, than everybody doing what you're doing. So grace of God makes you wake up earlier than everybody. The grace of God makes you go to bed later than everybody. The grace of God makes you go after your customer more than everybody. The grace of God makes you read your book more than any other person. The grace of God makes you have a good attitude towards your customer more than any other person. The grace of God makes you up and doing. That's why Apostle Paul said, I labor more abundantly than they all. Yet not I. He said, not by my power. Because it's not by power, it's not by might, but by the Spirit of grace. So the Spirit of grace gives you energy to go further and better than your equal. He said, yet not I, but the grace of God which was with me. So the grace of God which was with you will make you a better laborer than every other person in your field. So I'm reading again Proverbs chapter 14 verse 23, but this time in Amplified Classic. In all labor there is profit, but I do talk lead only to poverty. A lot of grace revolutionists has narrowed grace down to just sit down, do nothing, everything has been done. No, it's because everything has been done. That's why you should do everything. God will want you to be up and doing. Whatever is not work that the grace of God has not shown forth in your life, you have to sit down with it and itemize what you're going to do to let the grace find expression in you. So, in all labor, there is profit. Everything you put effort in will end up in profit, especially with the grace of God upon your life. We've seen a lot of believers using the grace of God to do fantastic, earth-shaking discovery, earth-shaking work. So Christians were in a better position to be a bigger and better laborer. I'd like you to hear what he says in King James Version. In all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lip tended only to penury. So stop just talking. Keep saying it, but keep doing it. After you have said it, go after it. After you have said you are healed, make sure you begin to heal healthy. After you have said you're rich, make sure you go after your customer. Make sure you advertise rightly. Make sure you go and learn from those who are the best in your career. That's what labor. Read about what you're doing. Don't just do something and say you know it. No, read about it. Be mentored. Find a way to find someone who has already gotten to where you are going and let them give you the roadmap on how to get it easily and get there easily more than themselves. Every successful people, they want to talk. If they see somebody who has grace to be humble, that's where the humility comes with grace. When you are humble, you are a learner. You grow part time. Everybody wants to help you because they can see that you are humble. Humility attracts you to great men and great mind. Hallelujah! I love this. Now, God commanded. I want you to see the command of God. 6 days thou shalt labor. Exodus 20 verse number 9. 6 days you shall labor and do all thy work. So it's a command that you can't take a Friday or a Wednesday to rest. No. Say, I don't just feel like going out today. No. If you're not going out, you are working from home. That's what it means. It means you want to work from home. The grace of God must find expression in your energy. You can't just sit down doing nothing and say, I thank God because the grace of God makes everything easy. No. All the biggest men of God that have seen so much grace of God upon their life, all of them are tireless workers. Tireless. Call any name. Either living or dead. They are tireless workers. Imagine the grace of God in the life of Apostle Paul, who wrote more than half of the New Testament. That wasn't just by joke. That's not just like sitting down and the Holy Spirit just writing. No. Most of those gospels or those epistles were written in the prison. God will want you to get up from your comfort zone and put the grace of God to work. Don't receive the grace of God in vain. Read that book. Register for that course. Go after that customer. Try and apply. Try and start something new. This is December coming. A lot of money is going to be spent between now and December ending. What can whatever you do to get money, that is labor. God bless you. Write it under here, labor with your favor. God bless you.